ज्योति स्टेनो टाइपिंग कॉलेज में आप सभी का स्वागत है बच्चों। कैसे हैं आप? उम्मीद करता हूँ अच्छे होंगे। जो बच्चे जो है हरियाणा गवर्नमेंट के जैसे अभी जो सीटी पास हुआ है 60+ जिनके नंबर हैं और जिनको स्टेनो नहीं आती वो स्टेनो सीख लें, आप लोग इसमें लग सकते हैं। क्योंकि जिन्होंने स्टेनो सीख रखी है उन्होंने ज़्यादातर उन्हें इसका पेपर ही नहीं दिया है, तो इसमें फ्रेशर ही बच्चा आएगा। तो जो भी बच्चा जो है जैसे हरियाणा से है और सीटी क्वालिफाइड है 60+ मार्क्स है, कोई भी कैटेगरी का हो, तो हिंदी या इंग्लिश कोई भी शॉर्ट हैंड सीख सकते हो आप। और दोनों ही जैसे ये ऑफलाइन हम सिखाएंगे, ऑफलाइन में जैसे आप इसको कर सकते हैं यहाँ सोनीपत के अंदर। ऑनलाइन में जैसे इंग्लिश का हो सकता है, हिंदी के लिए आपको ऑफलाइन आना पड़ेगा। हिंदी की जो स्टेनो है उसको हम ऑफलाइन सिखाते हैं और जो ऑनलाइन है खाली इंग्लिश वाली है। ये मैं पढ़ने जा रहा हूँ 100 WPM डिक्टेशन। ये 80 वाले भी लिखेंगे इसको। गुड़िया निशु तेरे को भी लिखनी है, ठीक है? हाँ हो रहे आज जो होता तेरा पेपर क्या करती, फटाफट जैसे वो कर, लिखने के लिए तैयार हो जा। शॉर्ट हैंड का एक ही नियम होता है। क्या नियम है? जो आता है वो बनाना है, जो नहीं आता उसके लिए सोचना नहीं है। ठीक, उसके लिए सोचना नहीं है, जो आता है वो बनाना है, बाकी स्किप मार देना है। ठीक है, आपने भी लिखनी है। डिक्टेशन स्टार्ट आफ्टर 5 सेकेंड। सर, माई सेकेंड कंटेंशन इज व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ द प्लानिंग कमीशन। There was a great for that the planning commission was supposed to be a super cabinet by men like the late John Mathai. Personally, I myself would be happy if it becomes a type of super cabinet. My complaint is that it is not. It is an inferior version of our union cabinet. That is the real difficulty. The planning commission's main role should be an advisory role. To advise properly, they must have sufficient expertise, they must have a band of competent people with them, and also they must have necessary stature for it. Take for example any person of the planning commission. I have nothing against them. They are good people and their tribe should increase, but what I am worried about is that they must have sufficient stature to give sometimes unpalatable advice also to the union cabinet and advice to a man of the stature of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. They must stand very boldly and say that you are violating the priorities, you are giving attention to the non-essential things, and you must aim on the essential things first. That much stature they must have. They must get domestic and foreign experts. They must get them from people like the World Bank, and then alone they can fulfill their role faithfully and successfully. Otherwise, they may not fulfill their important role. They may have good intentions, but good intentions alone are not sufficient. They are necessary, but they need sufficient attention. Another thing is that the crux of the problem is agriculture. It appears as if self-sufficiency in food and green revolution is working as per reports by the government from time to time. If we see the increases as per the reports, we are happy that we have progressed towards self-sufficiency. We are also proud that we have produced scientists in agricultural engineering and in different subjects pertaining to agriculture. They are very talented research scientists, but it appears they are all fighting for existence. Their activities are limited in the research centers only. What about the real backbone of agricultural in rural areas? Sir, we have not been able to distribute our know-how in the rural areas. At the time of the appropriation bill, I had given certain suggestions about the location of agricultural colleges in our country. I believe not a single agricultural college is situated in rural areas. It remains in the sophisticated areas. So much so, sometimes the students go on stroke for shower, bath, and stainless steel utensils in their hostels. We have to go to the rural areas and establish some colleges where these scientists will go and work for research. They could educate the students, educate the farmers' sons who would go and till their fathers' lands. I only want to suggest that the act should be applied in such a manner that cultivators are not harassed. Mr. Chairman, sir, with great anguish, I rise to draw the attention of this House to the persisting problems of the handloom weavers of our nation, with particular reference to the problems of the handloom weavers of Tamil Nadu. Sir, next to agriculture, the largest employment-oriented industry is handlooms, which accommodates 3 crores of handloom weavers, and the handloom industry is being ignored day by day by the central government. Sir, during November or December last year, the government had announced that 22 items of products would be reserved for the handloom industry, but some people have gone to the court of law and got a stay order, and that stay order has not yet been got vacated by the government. Now I request the government to come forward with a new legislation or amendment which may be incorporated in the 9th schedule of our constitution to protect the interests of the handloom weavers. As regards the rebate period, day by day, the government is reducing the period from 60 days to 45 days, and now the government is intending is dissallow and discontinue the entire rebate period. The state of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Orissa, West Bengal and UP are demanding to maintain and restore 60 days of rebate period as it was before. Sir, the handloom sector is highly employment oriented and gives succor to the rural and semi-urban areas. While in the power loom sector, one person can produce 80 meters of cloth on a power loom in 2 shifts of 8 hours each. In the handloom sector, one person can turn out only 10 meters of handloom fabrics with the same infrastructure and hours of work. Hence, the handloom sector offers more employment opportunities, and with an investment of merely rupees 2000, it would employ 5 persons in a day. So, to mitigate the sufferings of the weavers, the government should come forward to provide employment to their wards and children in public sector departments. Sir, the cess collected from the mills should be exclusively utilized for the handloom industries, and it should not be diverted to the general revenues of India. Another thing is that raw materials such as yarns and dyes are purchased at exorbitant rates. The rates of yarns supplied to the handloom industry are 30% higher than those supplied to the composite mills. Hence, this leads to a heavy difference in the cost of production itself. At this rate, the government should come forward to compensate this difference and to make the oldest cottage industry of the land viable. sir, the prevailing market prices of yarns to be utilized to produce handloom fabrics have increased by rupees 500 per bale, and thereby the cost of production of the handloom fabrics, controlling the hike in the prices of yarns, or coming forward to supply them to the handloom weavers at subsidized prices. It will save the handloom industry. वर्ड बता देता हूँ मैं कितने हैं ये लिखी गई। हाँ भाई दीपक, ये 982 वर्ण है। रानू लिखी गई 982 वर्ड है और ये बोलूगी है 49 का बनना ना, डिवाइड बाई 8.8। 111 की स्पीड थी। वेबसाइट पे इसको लगा दिया गया है। न्यू डिक्टेशन इंग्लिश 100 WPM न्यू डिक्टेशन नाम का फोल्डर है, उसके अंदर ये है डिक्टेशन नंबर 29। इस क्लास में देते हैं। चलो नमस्कार।